Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV, here with Otters manager Andy McCauley. Andy, I know you're excited to get this 2021 season underway. Talk about the emotions of being back in this ballpark after a 2020 unlike any other.
Well, yeah, 2020 was certainly one to forget, baseball-wise. Personally, we had a son in 2020, so at least there was one bright spot. But no, just getting back to Bosse, getting back on a baseball field and being around guys that are trying to make a club and trying to get it moved up and moved on with their career. So a lot of excitement, especially after a year hiatus. It's been 30 years since I've had a summer off, so it was definitely unusual, but certainly glad to be back.
And obviously the layoff for everybody involved in sports. There's going to be a little bit of a slow start when you regroup and meet for these spring training games and workouts. So do you feel like your squad is coming together and getting into a rhythm as the regular season hits?
As best as can be expected. These guys, a lot of them did not play at all last year. Some of them had got some at-bats in here or there. Dakota played in the Texas League. But, we were real cognizant of that spring training. Real good stretching program with Bobby Siegel, great training staff and medical staff with Doc and Sarah. So we were real cognizant of that, taking it slow. As far as, not pushing guys, I don't think we had anybody play a full 9 innings until the very end there. But, it's tough because you have to evaluate, but you also want to get your work in. And you want to be careful. So it was a juggling act, and we got through it without any injuries. Knock on wood, we still got 2 more workouts. But I'm happy with that part of it. And the evaluation's coming along. We got one more cut to make, and that's always the toughest one. Right. And that's coming here in a day or so.
Obviously, the Frontier League looks a lot different than how it was in 2019 when their last was baseball in the Midwest, all the way now to Canada, and then over to New York and New Jersey. How excited are you to see some of these new teams eventually once the schedule allows you to do so?
A lot of those teams were in the Can-Am League when I was in the Northeast League back in 2003 with Quebec. So a lot of good friends still in Quebec, real good friends with the manager there. He actually played for me in Quebec. Their president, Michel Laplante, was my pitching coach and one of my pitchers. So a lot of good friends in that area. Jersey was in the league back then. Rockland, I've known the owner there a couple of years, Sean. But it'll be neat. It'll be a great league once we're able to get there. It's just been a waiting game till we're able to get this thing up and running how it's supposed to be. It'll be the best independent league in the country if we can finally get to that border cross and get all the teams involved.
Right. There are some familiar names for the diehards here in Evansville: Tyler Vale, John Schultz. How important has their leadership and just their experience been for the younger guys that you've brought in this year?
It's huge. We get all new guys or 1 or 2 year guys. No one's really sure of our operation, what we're looking for, as well as what's available to them as players here in Evansville. So having John, being through it, how many years in Vale. Absolutely. Which gyms we use, what's the good place to go for this and good place to go for that. And there's plenty of food options in Evansville, and where you get the best this and that is always a topic of conversation. So no, it's great for clubhouse and chemistry, and in independent baseball, there's nothing that compares to good clubhouse chemistry, and I think we're on a pretty good pace.
One other thing I want to bring up is you've been able to see now the new renovations and all the money that's gone on to this ballpark after being here for so long. How refreshing is it to see the money invested here?
It's mind-blowing. It really is. I mean, just the city stepping up, and then EVSC and getting all this done, and John Stanley's leadership and Mr. Busing's commitments. It's great to see. And I always loved it here, and I don't care if we play all day games and no lights. I still love coming to Bosse and playing here. But with the new scoreboard, the new roof, the new lights, it's been transcending. I mean, it's really a neat thing for the new players coming in, and they'll hear all the horror stories of our light outs and waiting for them to generate up, and the old scoreboard with Marvin Gray out there. I mean, they'll hear those stories. But it's just amazing, and what Preston can do with the scoreboard and his ability on that side of it, the computer side, and really doing some amazing things on the scoreboard. So it'll be a neat year. New uniforms, new look Otters, and a lot of new neat things to see here at Bosse.
I know one thing you take pride in as a manager is bringing in talent in hopes of getting them to affiliated baseball. Now with the new television package with Frontier League Live TV, that is just another set of eyes enabling some of these guys to make it to that point.
Yeah, sure. Now the way scouting has gotten, it's all Rapsodo or spin rates and video. They want to see it and break it down in their analytical departments, and it's really changed from 10, 15 years ago where it was a phone call and a manager's recommendation, and then that was what it took. But yeah, they all want to see video. They're all putting it through there, so that'll be a huge tool and a recruiting tool for us to get players to come here. But the bottom line is, I mean, we moved 7 players last year to affiliated baseball, so that sells itself right there when you talk to somebody. And hopefully we move 17 more this year, but we'll wait and see how that plays out. But there will be a number of players taken off this club. We can see that coming, just the way that the climate is right now in minor league baseball, the affiliated side. They're taking a lot of players and taking a lot early.
All right, 2 more things. How do you like the new look?
I'm not really a color scheme guy.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of like. I'm not a big guy on change. You can check with my wife on that. I like.
I'm not either. Don't worry.
I like everything kind of stay the same. I love the maroon and navy, but things change. That's the only thing you can count on is things are going to change, and it's going to take me a little getting used to. But I know the guys really like it, and the guys that have been here, Schultze and Vale, and those guys certainly is something neat for them, something different, and some more wardrobe in their closet with some different colors. So.
Right, and then finally, it's a long haul, it's a long regular season, so what are going to be some things that you're looking for early on as the regular season starts to make sure that your team is on the right pace to be where you want to be in September?
Well, we've done a good job at the spring training. We with the first early exhibition games, we put different situations on the at-bats, and you look for guys to stick with those parameters, and they have. What success or fail doesn't matter. We're looking at approach, and we're looking at seeing how you can handle the bat or handle the situation, and they've done a great job. They've brought in Bobby Siegel does a great job preparing the hitters. Max does a phenomenal job with the pitchers. So I mean, it's been a slow progression. I've been happy how we started out a little slow with those first couple exhibition games, and towards the end, the last 3, we really looked sharp. The one here Friday night, saw a lot of good things Friday night despite the score. Saturday was a coming out party, so to speak, down at Paducah, and then we showed well in that day game after a night game. So looking at all that, but looking early, just stick what we've done all through spring training and the exhibitions, and the key is carrying that over to when it counts for real. And we got some very exciting players. I'm looking to see how they get off, the start they get out too, and hopefully we can keep them for a little bit before they get picked up.
Absolutely. He's Otters manager Andy McCauley. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.